Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up. Tonight on Political Review, we shall be talking about the very important question people are asking now. Who actually, on today's Political Review, is responsible for this upset? Who did this to the 2023 election? We shall be looking at this very question and knowing who is behind the alteration of the INEC registration. We are going to reap this information apart. Don't miss anything tonight as we expose. This is BVI Channel 1 and you're welcome back on this platform where we tell you the gospel truth. I'm Asuchiro Peters, your host. Today on Political Review, we shall be talking about the exposition that was brought to the public notice by the CUPP. CUPP is a coalition of political parties in Nigeria, and their leader, their spokesman, have come up to make serious damning revelation. Serious one. And like you said, they have clear evidence of that. We're going to find out who actually is behind this very situation or the plot to rig the 2023 election. Now, let us quickly have a flash on what they revealed. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election. Fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election.
You're welcome back. This is BVI Channel 1. What you just saw is the press statement as delivered by CUPP. And joining me in this discussion tonight is Ndubisi Anenugu, a very wonderful personality, strong member, the Ambassador General of Good Governance Ministry. Ndubisi Anenugu is joining me virtually via WhatsApp, and we will be deliberating on this issue together. Hello, Ndubisi, say hi to our viewers.
Hello, good evening, Chinedu, and good evening to viewers all over the world. Well done, my brother.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Ndubisi, for joining on this live interactive section. And we hope those who will be joining us, you can use this number right here on the screen, +234-810-4545-533 to make your submission where necessary. As we'll be taking on this very important issue. Ndubisi, can you relate? Tell us, what's your view with respect to what the CUPP have just revealed? Were you anticipating such thing to come from INEC at this time?
Well, I have an open mind to the extent that anything is possible. But that is why I have been encouraging people to get involved in political process. Because if people are not involved, the political class will be so happy to manipulate the process. So what I'm saying is that I am not surprised, because power is a struggle. Power is taken, and the power is never given by the oppressors. Oppressors who want to hold power tight. So that is what I feel. I feel my position is that I'm not surprised at all that we have to even get ready and get set for more challenges ahead. Thank you, Chinedu.
Now, at this time when people are saying people are believing that to rig the election will be extremely difficult. I heard the PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar saying that there will be serious, monitoring of the election. The possibility of rigging the election have been reduced to almost zero, and the rest of them. And this issue is coming up. And people are looking at what possible way could this be tackled, because if INEC registration portal can be so inconsistent, we will have to find out who is responsible, from where. And from the account of the CUPP, they made mention of local governments, wards, or constituencies of APC sitting governors across Nigeria, from Imo State to other states, and other manipulations, signing INEC officers, the ones that are manning servers, and the rest of them. Don't that give you serious concern, especially with the growth of the emancipation, the call for political revolution in Nigeria, the ballot revolution? Are you worried that this might snowball into something that may not be controlled by the government?
No, Chinedu, I don't think so. Honestly, I do not think so. What I think, I think that majority of our people are not sensitized enough. Our people do not follow process, and we don't even understand what is process. If you ask like 100 people, I mean graduates or even PhD holders in Nigeria, 100 of them, ask them whether they've gone through the electoral law. You'll be surprised and you'll be amazed that up to 95% of them out of 100 have not even gone through the electoral process. Many of them will say it doesn't concern them, or perhaps it is lawyers that should know that. But this is important document that concerns everybody. Every Nigerian, just like Nigerian constitution, the electoral law should be a document of great importance to everybody. Why am I saying this, Chinedu? I'm saying this because the process involved in this whole game is well known and well defined. INEC said we are publishing registered voters registered voters. We are releasing this thing to the public, to political parties. They are not doing it for the fun of it. And you know, before now, you have agitations from every quarters, from every corners, asking INEC to continue registration till November or till December. That electoral law has 30 days window for them before the election proper, which is February 21st or thereabout, that they're supposed to stop registration by November. But INEC kept on explaining that they needed time to publish over 90 million Nigerians already registered. Now, why they are insisting is this: they've just published the names of registered voters, and the list were released to the political parties and to general public. Why have they done that? They have done that so that Nigerians will go through it, through the award level. They should be able to identify those individuals there. Where you have foreign names there, you start shouting, you start making noise. Because I understand the process, and because like that guy that the spokesman of CUPP, you know, you can see him holding the paper from INEC. He didn't get it from the moon, he got it from INEC office, because INEC made copies of it available to political parties and made it available to Nigerians. You know, that is exactly what INEC wanted them to do, to go through the list and point out those discrepancies or those foreign names or the names that should not be there from their ward level to state level. So they have done the needful. The next thing that should be done is for INEC to go back and do the needful. Why am I saying this? I'm not trying to hold fault for INEC or to start justifying or defending them or why they've not done a perfect job. But Chinedu, I know that computer is garbage in, garbage out. Even bank website, even central bank website, upon all the security, at times they have cases of hackers hacking through their net. So computer is garbage in, garbage out, but there is always checks and balances. There is always a fallback situation. Should a case like this happens, what is fallback situation? So I think going forward, what we should be watching and expecting is for INEC to clean their database. But personally, because I'm informed to certain level or certain extent, I'm not disappointed that something like this was discovered, because I know INEC might be sincere. Who is INEC? INEC chairman might be sincere in Abuja, but he is not the person in charge of Imo State. He's not the person in charge of Adamawa. He could be is a staff. And who is that staff? It could be a staff sponsored by Tinubu himself, or it could be Tinubu's younger brother. But what we are looking at is the overall integrity of a system. If it's compromised, what is the fallback situation? What system is put in place to checkmate that somebody trying to manipulate the system? So I'm not trying to defend anybody, but I'm trying to look at the system all over the world. It happens. But what we should be questioning at this point in time is, having discovered this, what is the next? What do we expect INEC to do? Of course, I expect INEC to go back and do their work. So I want to still assure people that power is never given, power is taken, and for you to get a system right, you must fight, you must insist that the right thing be done. Thank you, That's my view for now.
Okay, Ndubisi, thank you very much. In case you're just joining us, this is still BBI Channel 1 Political Review. And what we're doing today is we're looking at the exposition made by CUPP, bringing out some indictment of inconsistent registration. And the question arose, who could be behind it? Who could be responsible for manipulation of this manner, of this magnitude, with respect to the election come 2023? Now, the question is, how come? And the BBC had given us an elaboration of what could have transpired, that INEC could or may not be responsible, because you have people who actually oversee activities of the registration from the registration point. That's the information or the clarification. Ndubisi is not an INEC officer. He's an ambassador for good governance. Of course, we are here to, be a watchdog and also put a light on the spots where there are gray areas. So that we'll be able to identify the process and inform the public.
I'm not saying that INEC is not involved. Somebody working for INEC an officer of INEC in Imo State is INEC. But what I'm saying is that I'm trying to distinguish or trying to differentiate a member of an organization from you saying that an organization deliberately, manipulated a system.
Yeah.
From a member of an organization trying to beat a system. So it's two different things altogether.
Yes, I know.
That is what I want Nigerians to understand.
I understand that
INEC
point.
is involved.
I understand that.
Yes.
I understand your clarification, but you're just trying to distinct INEC officers from INEC institution.
INEC as an institution.
Yes, INEC institution. Have a distinct between the INEC and INEC as an institution and INEC officials. Fine. Now, when we look at these revelations and see the possibility of people going to upload, people that are not existing, foreign names that are not existing in a particular region and the rest of them. And sometimes you see male, what do you call it? Male gender. If you have a female picture or a female gender, it will have a male picture and the rest of them. That is the worry. If you look at what you are looking at there, that is exactly what was printed from INEC. And don't you think, Ndubisi, that INEC has the responsibility to have a private or an independent, screening on their own record? Do they need all outsiders to do the screening for them? They were paid to do a good job of registration. And in designing their server, in designing their system, when such abnormalities happen, don't they have a way of checkmating it? Because I believe strongly with the INEC registration, it is not manual. It has biometrics. That's my concern. INEC registration will go through biometrics. And what does biometrics mean? Not one person can register twice.
Hello, Chinedu. I think I'm not working in INEC server room or computer. I'm not a computer science person, but I am speaking based on my experience in the corporate world. I know that certain things are possible. See, somebody that has computer or BVAS knowledge or training
Okay.
can disable a particular machine. A machine can use a passcode to disable it.
Okay.
If you listen to that spokesman carefully, you will understand that he exonerated the INEC institution. He passed vote of confidence on Mahmoud, the INEC chairman.
Yeah.
He said they are doing an excellent work. But if you listen to him carefully, you understand that what they are insisting is that INEC should arrest whoever that manipulated the beavers machine.
Okay.
Somebody, it's just like in the banking system, there is checks and balances everywhere. But do you know that one rat in head office can manipulate system to debit government account and credit certain account up to 200 million naira? It has happened in my former bank, Access Bank, But along the line, of course, there is a checks and balances. The thing was tracked and zeroed down to a particular user that did that thing. So what I'm saying is that beavers, somebody was trained to manipulate and manage beavers. There's always rules. There's always rules guiding operations of
Yeah.
beavers machine. But it's operated by human being and not by robot. So such human being could be fraudulent to manipulate the process. But what CUPP guys are saying is that INEC should track whoever that manipulated the beavers machine and get the person arrested. That is the agitation. That is what Nigerians should be after now. To insist that INEC should not sweep this thing under the carpet. All INEC should conduct an open investigation. Of course, it's in-house investigation. I don't expect them to come to do their investigation on media, but they should be able to tell us that so person has been arrested or have been, because it's not one person, two person, it's not one state. This thing, they just use Imo State as a case study. But according to him, it happened across 22 states controlled by APC. So many people should be involved, and so many heads will roll. So if nothing happened between now and next month, we know that the institution is involved. But for now, let me limit myself by saying that there is a rat inside INEC computer room, So it's for Nigerians to shine their eye and put their light on INEC, for INEC to do the needful. That is my position.
I think you're very correct. I agree with you, honestly speaking, because it is the process that is actually what matters. The process made it that INEC must make available the registration for everyone to see. And that's exactly what prompted this situation of people knowing what has gone wrong. And it's a plus through the electoral law and the other things that have been put in place to checkmate the process. Because since this news happened yesterday, you can see the resentment of people who had been looking for excuse to avoid being part of the election. Those who are saying the election doesn't matter, they will rig the election and people shouldn't bother going after the election. You know that narrative. So once that thing came out yesterday, you see them jumping out to tell the world or tell whoever that cares to listen to them that there is nothing like election in Nigeria, that it has already, the result have already been written. You know that narrative. So that's why it's important we bring this information to the general public. Now, I'm going to quickly go over on the comment section. Please Those of you who are watching, you can drop your comment through the comment section and we will take it. You can also drop your comment on a WhatsApp, or you call this number right here to join the conversation. Let your voice be heard. The reason we are doing this live broadcast is to give the people a voice. This platform is a platform where we give the people a voice. And in case you're just joining us right now, let us quickly replay the highlight of what we are talking about tonight. I'll be right back. Don't go away.
Fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election.
We are still live and direct. This is BVI Channel 1 Political Review, and we are still talking about the issue of election rigging, the INEC server registration that was reviewed to be inconsistent, the multiple registration of which the CUPP spokesman had during a press conference, reviewed, and we are here to dissect it. We are here to expose whatever fraudulent activity that is happening there. That is exactly what we're discussing tonight. We want to find out who is responsible for that, who actually did that, who wants to manipulate the process, who is behind this thing to rig the 2023 election. Don't forget, we are looking at an election that should be transparent. We are looking at an election that will change the narrative in Nigeria. And we are seeing a Nigerian population that is waking up politically, that their consciousness, political consciousness and awareness is hitting the heights. Okay? So that is what we're talking about tonight. Who is responsible for altering some of these documents or altering the process of registration? That is exactly what we are looking at tonight. And if you want to be part of this conversation, you can call us through the direct line or through WhatsApp on this number right here, +23481045455 533. And in case you've not subscribed on this channel, please hit on the subscription button. It is extremely very important. Very, very important. And also, I want to remind you that our alternative channel is still out there for you to subscribe onto so that you don't miss a thing. You know what we experienced last month when our channel was terminated by the same forces that wants to keep the people down. So endeavor to subscribe on BVI Channel 1 Plus. We are having our first caller coming in from Germany. Your name and where you are calling from, please. Hello, the caller from Germany. Oh, we lost you. You can call back again. We are still live. Call +23481045455 533. We are looking at the possibility of rigging the 2023 general election. And it is my commitment. I and my team, Good Governance Ministry, our eyes are open. We are not sleeping. We are following them from every step they make to unveil and to expose any possibility of rigging the 2023 general election. And I can tell you, the lives of Nigerian people depends on the 2023 general election. Hello.
Hello.
Good evening. You are calling us from Germany. Your name, please.
Yeah, I'm calling from Germany. I'm not a Nigerian, please, but I'm following up the election. My name is Enofundok.
Where are you from, please? Where are you from originally?
I'm a Cameroonian.
Okay, you're a Cameroonian. All right, go ahead. You say you're following what we're doing. All right, let's get your opinion on this.
Yeah, please. Good evening. Yeah, please. My name is Enofundok.
Go ahead.
I'm not a Nigerian, please.
We know you've said that. We want to have your opinion since you called it.
I'm a Cameroonian.
All right?
Yeah, please. Very fast and brief, please. I stand for the youth, and I like the way the youth are moving. Please, we beg in the name of God. All Africa need change, not only Nigerians. We know once Nigeria stand, Africa will stand.
I agree with you.
Yeah, my opinion is please let the INEC. The big problem we have now is the INEC. INEC is our target.
Okay.
Yes, INEC is the target. If the INEC can be cleaned up, then peace will be in Africa.
All right. So you believe other African countries are looking up to Nigeria to get it right in terms of leadership?
Every African who have traveled, almost African country look upon Nigeria. This is the truth. Nigeria is the first biggest country in the whole of Africa. Industrially, experienced, hardworking are the Nigerians. I'm living here with many of them. We see the way they are struggling here. We know they are hardworking, they are intelligent, they are industrial. But the bad way the government is building.
Okay.
Yes.
So you're encouraging Nigerians to troop out en masse to be part of that election, right?
Yes. INEC is a target. In every election that is happening in Africa, those people called Electoral Vote Commission are the thieves. They are the people condemning the youth, the country. They are the one killing Africa. Because they can rig the election anyhow. Look at what happened in Kenya. Look at what happened in Kenya. Just on recent year, Kenya is one example.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much for your submission.
I'm telling you the truth. I follow all elections in Africa. I just put an example of Kenya here. Look what happened. Look, small Zambia. Zambia just took off from the new president. Look at what Zambia is doing now. Very rich. Where are we going to? Look, Cameroon, my country is so dirty, they're useless everywhere. We need change. Nobody like to live in another man's country. We want to go to our country, our continent. Okay, bye.
All right, thank you very much. Thank you very much. That's brother calling from Germany and a Cameroonian by nationality. Africans are looking up to Nigeria to get it right this time. Africans want Nigeria to get it right this time, and they can only get it right if they come out en masse. It is only a mass movement that can change the narrative. You don't expect to keep doing the same thing and expect a different result. Africa must do something different. Nigeria especially must do something different. You heard him, he's a Cameroonian living in Germany, and he's telling you that all Africans are looking at Nigeria as their big brother to get it right. When it comes to leadership, leadership is the problem of Africa. Having recycled, never do well political class manning the affairs of Africans will continue to keep Africa down. And that is what I made mention during the video I published today. In case you've not watched that video, the conspiracy of the West against Africa. What they are doing, their plot against Africa, this is not the day, it doesn't start today. But it is important you go back and watch that video. Extremely important. We uploaded that video today. It is an eye-opener. And everyone, it doesn't matter where you are from, as long as you are a black man, an African, it doesn't matter if you are in diaspora. This 2023 election goes a long way to determine your future. Let's take another caller. Hello, your name and where you're calling from.
Good evening, I'm calling from Calabar.
Go ahead. Your name, please. Hello.
Good evening, I'm calling from Calabar.
Your name.
My name is Daniel, calling from Calabar.
All right, go ahead. Go ahead. What's your submission?
Okay, I saw what is happening in social media concerning the INEC. Are you with me?
Go ahead. We are with you.
Okay, I think what we need to do as a youth, just like you said before, we need to come out in masses, because this time is not going to be as usual before. Because the INEC is the major problem we have in this country called Nigeria. Because the two elements that we are fighting for, that we are fighting with, they can do and do. So the best thing for us to do is to focus on INEC, to know what is really happening there. Because this time, we are not going to take it very kindly with them. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Daniel, that called in from Calabar. We are mobilizing all Nigerians to wake up. This is no time to be playing to the gallery. This is time for everyone to get serious, because the freedom of Nigerian people depends on 2023 general election. It doesn't matter where you are coming from. It doesn't matter what you are agitating for. As long as the 2023 election is concerned, your life depends on it. As long as you're a Nigerian, even Africans as a whole, at least you had someone who called him from Germany and from Cameroon. He's a Cameroonian by nationality but lives in Germany. He said Africans are looking up to Nigeria. Hello, your name? Solomon. Your name? You're Solomon. You're calling us from where?
I'm calling from Holland.
You're calling from Holland?
Yes. Good evening.
Good evening, Solomon. Go ahead with your submission, Solomon.
Yeah, what I wanted to ask, seems that Buhari have succeeded in handing Nigeria to Fulani by giving them all the whole important posts, up to Chief Justice and the military, the important posts. All of them have been handed over to Fulanis, and some big business also, like the petroleum business. All of them are being given to Fulanis. So if, for example, a new government come in, what do you think that will happen? Would they able to revise all these things?
Is that the question you're asking, Solomon?
Yes, that's what I'm asking. Thank you.
Okay, you're asking if there will be a reverse in the nepotism that has been witnessed by this current administration. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I'm not talking about the I'm talking purposely on Fulani. I'm particularizing on Fulani because the Yorubas are not involved, but the Fulanis, Buhari succeeded in handing over everything to the Fulanis.
Yeah, that is what you're saying. You're talking about the nepotism of this government putting all the Fulanis, the nepotism we mean trying to field only their own relative, people around them, occupying sensitive positions across board, undermining the federal character principle. Nigerian people are the constitution.
Not only that. For example, like in the military. For example, now I went into the military with a Fulani man, and last time they resigned Southerners, about maybe close to 100 high rank officers. They retire them and they promote the Fulanis and keep the Fulanis. So in this kind of situation now, how if maybe in this election somebody else won, so will you able to revise all this kind of situation, all these kind of conditions?
Yes,
that's my question.
I am not going to be president, but I can tell you what is obtainable in the system. When you become a president, can you turn down the volume of where you are listening from, because we are having a holdback? Thank you. Now,
Yeah, everything is switched off.
if you have if you become a president, for instance, there are appointments that happen. Some of them are tenured, some of them are not tenured. Okay? And when you have a case of a man that is, that has this nepotism inclination, trying to field only those people that from one region or from one set of people in Nigeria to man the strategic position in the security and immigration, in the ports authorities, in other parastatals that are very critical, communications and the rest of them. One section of Nigeria, which is even considered the minority section in Nigeria, but we don't want to be using minority and majority in this case. But the truth of the matter is that the federal character principle is being undermined, and that is part of the problem of this administration, and that is also part of the agitation that is happening in Nigeria. Now, it is a responsibility of one man that has the personality, the political will to do the right thing, understanding that Nigeria is a multinational country where you have different nationalities, different indigenous nationalities that are part of Nigeria. And that's why they have this federal character principle to checkmate some of these things. So it is left for the person that is in charge. Now, what Nigerians should be looking at, in order not to make the same mistake they made by bringing in the current government under Buhari with this nepotic mentality and ideology. So what Nigerians should be looking at is a man that is far away from it. And considering the three major candidates we have today running for this presidency, you have Peter Obi there, you have Atiku there, you have Tinubu there. Who do you think is more or less, from his character, his antecedent, his history, his personality, personal life and public life, do not have that inclination of that nepotic mentality? Because today we are talking Fulanese, tomorrow it could be Yorubas, next tomorrow it could be any part of the country, of which Ndibo is still saying we've never tested that power before. But what we are talking about now is the Fulanization. The people are afraid of this Fulanization, which is, some people are even calling federal government, that's FG, Fulani government of Nigeria, no longer federal government. And you cannot hold those people down. You cannot dispute their position. The position is right. I agree with it. Because when you have a section of people overtaking everywhere, then there is a big problem. So you need somebody that do not have that inclination of nepotic mentality. And it is the choice of Nigerian people to search through these three major candidates. Who do you think exhibits that mentality of tribalistic?
I want to ask you something. For example, now the military whereby they have sacked a lot of Southerners generals and brigadier and fill them up with Fulanese. What will be the situation if the next president come in?
Well, the next president has the right to look at the operation of the security apparatus, know their ranks and files, they will have their ranks and files, and as well, know who is capable enough to do the duty. That is most important thing. And I can assure you, the next president, if Nigerian people get it right, will do the right thing. That is just what I can say, because I am not contesting to be president. But it is left for Nigerian people to decide who they will allow to be their next president. It's up to Nigerian people. But I can tell you, my brother, it is the prerogative right of the president to appoint or to dismiss army chiefs, whether army, air force, navy, police, and the rest of them. Okay?
Yeah.
All right. Thank you very much. Okay, you still have other questions? We have other people who are calling, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Let's take another caller. Hello? Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, the caller, your name and where you're calling from.
Yeah, I'm calling from United States.
Your name, please.
Hello?
Your name, please.
My name is Charles.
Charles.
United States. Yeah, from United States.
All right, go on, Charles. What's the submission?
My submission is simple. It is said that once the foundation is destroyed, what can the righteous man do? Brother, the problem is from the foundation. If the foundation is highly faulty, what can you do? Take a reference to what happened in Imo State. The people of Imo State came and voted. They tried to defend their vote. At the end of the day, INEC announced the result in favor of the person that Imolites voted for. But what happened? At the end of the day, the person that was voted was taken out from the court of the land. So, and so many things that have happened in our country. So, what we are suffering is a fundamental problem. So, what I'm trying to say is that unless we solve the fundamental problem, the people we are fighting with, they are very dangerous. They can do undo, and nothing is going to happen. If you can remember what happened during last time River State election, so many people were murdered, so many people were killed. At the end of the day, what happened? Nothing. You can also make reference to what happened during NSAS. All the people that were killed during NSAS, what happened up to today? So what are we talking about? So, if anything like what is happening in INEC right now, the people in power, the APC in power, they are responsible for this problem. And what can you do? They have the power, they have the gun and bullets, they have the result sheet. If they announce the result, they will tell you, go to court. The court is gonna do whatever the people in power tell them to do.
So what should the people do now? What should be the solution? Because we want solution. What should be the solution?
The solution is simple. Let us part our way. Let everybody go their own way because the foundation is faulty. Let us go back to the drawing board and discuss the future of this country. You can't build on a faulty foundation, brother. You can't.
Now,
no
that is not a solution. That is not a solution to what we are talking about today.
America, the foundation of America is good. That is why every leader that comes to America, continue to build on the foundation that is good. You can't be building on if you have a house, if you are living in a house, and the foundation is not solid to carry the building.
I understand.
The house will collapse.
Charles, I understand your sentiment. I understand your sentiment. I understand your position about the Nigerian state, about the foundation. Every one of us knows that the foundation is faulty, that we need to rebuild it. Who will do the rebuilding?
So how can you build?
Who will do the rebuilding? That's what we're saying. How do you start the rebuilding? In your own assessment, how do you start the rebuilding?
Destroy the house. Destroy the house. You destroy the house and begin from the foundation and put solid material.
Now you are just saying destroy the house. Tell us in your own assessment, from your own opinion, how do you start rebuilding Nigeria? Tell us, don't just tell us destroy the house and rebuild. Tell us in the process Nigerian people must take to rebuild the structure from the foundation.
Yes. What is there was a time the southern governors, the whole governors, and the elders in the south said they agreed. They had a meeting in Enugu. They said there will be no election until everybody comes to discuss the future of this country. Are you aware of that? Are you aware of that meeting?
There should be no, that is an agitation. We have had people say they don't want the election to happen until Nigerian constitution is overhauled, until Nigeria is restructured, and the rest of them. It is still an agitation. And they are demanding it from some people. Now, the question is, who will carry it out?
It is the people.
That's why I'm asking you, how do you start rebuilding? The question I'm asking. It is not good enough for you to say, rebuild, destroy Nigeria, rebuild it, destroy the foundation, rebuild it, hold on to the election and the rest of them. Who are you expecting to carry out these directives? That's the most important thing. Moving from this spot, we ourselves. Nigerians have found themselves in a hole. Nigerians have found themselves in a hole. We are not talking about how we are going to get ourselves out. Now, I am asking you, how do we go out from this? How do stopping the election guarantee? How do stopping the election guarantee the movement? And how will you even stop the election in the first instance? What is just the feasibility? Looking at the reality on ground, you know, there is a huge difference between a wishful thinking. You can wish for something, that is fine. But the reality on ground is, can you translate that wish into reality?
What the strength, the energy that is being used to mobilize the youth to be obedient should be directed the right direction. Let the youth come out and say no. The youth everywhere in the whole world. It happened in Ghana. Let me start from Ghana in Africa. Before Ghana became what it became today, there was a time, you remember there was a Ghana must go, right?
Charles, we don't want to go down to that history. We don't want, because so many people are on the line. What we want to address what you are saying. You say that you need to stop the election. Now, I am asking you a simple question. Who do you expect to carry out that directive? Who do you expect to carry out that responsibility?
The youth. Nigerian youth.
Nigerian youths.
Just like answers. Just like answers.
Listen, you know, some people believe that you can mobilize Nigerian people to put everything to a stop, bring Nigeria to a state of anarchy or a state of lawlessness, then everything should go down. Everybody go your own way. That is the mentality some people are exhibiting. But when it comes to the process, because we're talking about process, people are saying, when you mentioned the meeting that happened, they were asking the government to put up, some people are saying, give us referendum. Who will give you referendum? Some people are saying, change the constitution. Who will change the constitution? Some people are saying, restructure Nigeria. Who will restructure Nigeria? All these answers point to one direction, my brother. The people in government. The people in government. As long as Nigeria is concerned, there are people who have hijacked the will of the government of this country. And they don't care about your plight. They don't care about what you're agitating for. Now you need a new set of people with a new set of mindset that have the aspiration of the people who can look back and say, this country needs change. For instance, when we are hearing from Peter Obi when he was saying, Nigerian engine have knocked. Nigerian engine have knocked. And when you say Nigerian engine have knocked, somebody asked him, now what is the next thing? It is to change the engine completely. Nigerian engine have knocked. Nigeria as a state had completely failed. The solution is to change the engine. And some people say changing the engine is changing the constitution of this country. I agree with him. Okay, now if the engine must be changed, it doesn't matter who is the driver. The driver is just like the president. If you have a very wonderful president with the constitution you have in Nigeria today, it will go nowhere. I agree with that. Now, but you need to fix the engine. But the engine should be taken to a workshop. Somebody has to take that engine to the workshop. And even if you are towing that vehicle to the workshop where the engine will be changed, somebody will still be in the steering to make sure that it gets to the destination. That is what we are talking about. We are talking about changing the engine of this country and also having the right driver that will take it to the workshop where that change of engine will happen. And that is where that is where the angle we are coming from. Thank you, Charles, for joining us on this program. Let us take other calls. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
All right. Hello. Your name and where you're calling from, please. Be very brief. We have other callers on the line. Your name and where you're calling from, please. We can't hear you. We'll just have to cut the call because we have other people on the line. The line remains +2348104545533. Hello.
Hello. Good evening.
Good evening to you. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Destiny. I'm calling from Dubai.
Your name is what?
Destiny. I'm calling from Dubai.
Destiny.
Yeah, I'm calling from Dubai.
All right, go ahead, Destiny.
Yeah, but this issue of INEC server BB is being manipulated. I heard the news this morning, so I was shocking. I would be wondering to myself, the billions of naira they put in place to build all these things. So, what are they doing with it? I don't really get all this. But also, when you look at the guy that was the CUPP guy that was saying all this, even at least he alleged that even they are even threatening to sack or to use the court to remove the present INEC chairman. So this thing is a little bit confusing. So this thing is not just coming from one corner. I think this thing is coming from the head. They should be asking the president, or he should be the president should be asking this question, because that order must have been coming from him, because nobody. This is a treason case. In fact, this one is even more than treason. You can't utter a. This is a democratic rule, and you are altering the process. This is a big crime in other countries. You don't do this in other countries. So my own opinion here is that so long the youth are really agitating for change, and I believe they will get it. Either they get it by force or they get it by any other means. I believe they will get it. No matter the manipulation, no matter what they will do, for me, I strongly believe that they will get it. Even me today, I'm here in Dubai, but it's as if I'm in Nigeria, because I know how much of people are mobilized as well. I know who they will vote for. I know who they will operate for. So no matter what they will do, although the cheating that they are going to do, this thing is going on, and we understand that the cheating, definitely they will still be cheating. But I strongly believe, no matter how the cheating will go so far, they will still lose at the end of the day, because the Nigerian people are fed up of the system. They are tired of the PDP, of the APC, name them. They are tired, and they feel a new direction to go for. And first of all, when you look at the people, all these people that they are doing this shenanigans, this nonsense, they started with this guy doesn't have structure, he doesn't have the money, he doesn't have this, he doesn't have... You see, they find out that this guy has everything, that the people don't even care what is money, what is structure. We are the structure. We are here to stand for this guy. So they find out that, how do we do this? It's for them to utter the device, which we are hearing now. That is the only way. And that same way today, to God be the glory, we've caught them. So my own solution, my own thought is the youth should just continue because if the youth decided to agitate tomorrow and come out and started protesting and all that, you know Nigeria government, I know them. They will order and shoot them, do whatever thing to them. That is their style. But we doesn't want that. Let them continue agitating, doing the peace work, doing it, showing them that we are ready and we are going there. And those who haven't gotten their PVC, they should go and get their PVC, hold it, keep it safe. That day, they march out and vote. So that is my own opinion I have here. They should not relent. These, he says something, these shenanigans stuff that they are doing, these are the other ways to distract the youth, to distract our mothers, to distract our fathers, that this election is going to be rigged. This is what they are doing. This is their plan. I watched the other your video the other time when you posted that they want to use tribalism and ethnicity to do what. This is the same thing. This is the same thing that they are trying to do now. They are trying to do the same thing with these beavers or so they are saying. This is what I want to use again. And the youth should not be distracted. Our mom and our dad should not be distracted at all. They should still hold themselves and march out that day and cast their vote. That is the only, because this thing they are doing, at the end of the day, they will say, at the end of the day, the election, they go rig Ghana, they go rig the election, which I want to go vote for. They want to, they said that we doesn't have a voter apathy. But now the youth are ready to vote. Even our fathers, our mothers, those that doesn't normally vote, they are ready to vote. They now have that apathy to vote now. But these people, these politicians, they will look for all means to make sure that they disenfranchise these people, not disenfranchise these people by are not allowed them to go and vote, but they will do all manners of things just to make sure your vote will not count. You see, for me, I have really praised INEC so far so good because they have tried, they have done some imaginable thing which me I wasn't even expecting that they would do. Imagine they said the Oshu election at the end of the year, after about 2 months or a month plus of the election, telling us that it was the server was hacked, the server was this. Who is telling all these lies? But I know in every lie there are some facts in it. But you see these guys, they are just using all these their cunning, their tactics to deceive us. But I know the things this guy today said about the diverse issue. Yes, I know there is a strong fact in it that these people are trying to manipulate the election. I know that is the truth. But we should not be looking at that. We should keep on. There are people begging you, keep on exposing them, keep on encouraging the youth, keep on encouraging our fathers, keep on encouraging our mothers to go and vote, get their PVC. Those that are registered, go and get your PVC. Those that cannot get it, please, my brother, I want to get his PVC for him. They should go and vote. Me, I'm coming to Nigeria to vote. I have my PVC. Me, I'm coming. I'm going to buy a flight ticket and I'll come there and vote. My vote has to be counted. So that's my opinion, my brother. I don't want to say much. Other people are on the line. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, because we have other callers calling in. Thank you so much, my brother that called in from Dubai. Thank you very much. The line is still very much open and we will keep it straight. We are still talking about the INEC registration that was manipulated. We have inconsistent registrations there. Let us quickly take this caller. Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Hello?
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
My name is Kings. I'm calling from Turkey.
Kingsley calling from Turkey. Go ahead with your submission, Kingsley.
I just want to say a little thing, something that I feel and I have in mind, because I see how you are trying to treat Nigeria as if it's something that can be buildable. Nigeria can never be rebuildable. I want to tell you today that God purposely brought in Buhari to destabilize Nigeria. The same God that brought in Buhari is the same God that chose Obi, the man you people think is perfect, the perfect Obi. Same God that brought him. But the problem is this: we all have seen election in Nigeria. Abiola won election. He was not the president. The same thing will happen to Obi. Obi will win election, but Obi will not become the president.
Okay, what are your permutations? Why do you say
Obi
that?
Obi will win election. Obi will not become the president.
Is that your wish?
Because
is that your wish?
No, listen, let us face the fact. One thing you people don't understand, you have to use plan B. We are going to use plan B, not only plan A. Obi is going to win election. And you know Nigeria, let me tell you something, the fact you people don't understand. People should understand that Nigeria is a country where we feed from hand to mouth. And the only thing that can bring Obi back in power is protest. And no Nigerian is ready to do protest. An average Nigeria will never protest more than 4 days. 4 days, everybody will come back to the street to hustle and feed this family. This is, we have to plan.
So, if that is the case, then there is no hope. Is that what you're saying? There is no hope. We are going to continue remaining the same.
Everybody needs change. But the people you want to take change from is not ready to give you that change.
Nobody will give you. Listen.
I pray, let this thing come to pass. You will believe. You will say somebody said this. Somebody said this.
Yeah.
Obi is going to win the election because both the north, both the east, west, everybody is tired. Everybody is looking for change. That change will come. But the main people that are holding power, even your so-called Imo state governors in the east, will not agree to release that power. You can see what is happening. Common in PDP. In PDP, the Easterners are looking for a party chairman. Somebody like your so-called brother, the former senator, went there and took part in that issue. In that issue that somebody from the east, no matter how mistake they did, but they are looking for a way to balance the party. Your Igbo brother went there and took a DOT chairman, which is not something in contest, which is where Igbo people, the Easterners, should have stand and said, no, let us face this fact. The same thing is going to happen. Very soon, you will see it. I am not here to talk much. I don't want to talk. I'm just telling you what I see.
I like people.
The Northerners are not ready to give out this power.
Let me tell you something before you go.
Obi will not become president.
Can you calm down? Let's have a conversation.
Abiola was not the president. Have you listened to Babangida interview?
Can you have a conversation, please?
Babangida said it on his interview that Abiola won election.
I'm sorry, we have to let you go because we have other callers calling. You don't want to listen to anybody. You're just talking and talking and talking. Thank you for calling anyway. Hello, the caller on the line. Your name and where you're calling from? Can you speak up, please? We can't hear you.
Hello.
Your name and where you're calling from, please.
Yes, good evening. I'm Roti. I'm calling from Italy.
You are who?
I'm Rotimi by name.
Rotimi. Go ahead, Rotimi. Go ahead, Rotimi from Italy.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening to you. Go ahead.
Okay. Thank you for opening this program for us to talk anything we have. Yes. So, the first thing I want to say about this election that will be holding in this January. First of all, if Nigeria is a good country and we have a good leader, APC is not supposed to be in dialogue. APC is not supposed to be in ballot for the all atrocity they have caused in Nigeria, bringing Nigeria from 1 to 0. And those are people that they still have hope in Nigeria, saying that they want to win the election. So for those people, definitely by the grace of God, we are going to push them out. Because really, Nigerians are tired. Just imagine. He says he's going to make 1 naira to $1. Today, 100 euro is 70,000 naira. So how do we know that if as the 1 to 1 he said, maybe he's going to put it maybe from 100 euro to 100,000. By the grace of God, Peter Obi is going to emerge. And Peter Obi is the God sent that to us to win this election. And by the grace of God, we the obedient children, the obedient member, we are going to stand to make sure that come 2023, by the grace of God, we will say no to these evil people. Really. Okay, today, most of us, we are in Europe. We are not in Nigeria. Not that maybe the Europe we are in, maybe we are enjoying, or maybe we have it. It's just because of the things that those leaders are caused to us. Go to Nigeria. Look at our airport. It's just like a poultry. You understand? Okay, let me say another thing now. Look at what our leaders are doing. You understand? Just this Elizabeth that just died. Now look, our leaders, they are mourning. Where they're supposed to be happy that one evil have left. They said they are mourning Queen of England. Mourning who? How can you be celebrating your evil? Somebody that have caused evil to your life. You people are mourning, you are celebrating. So by the grace of God, I don't have much to say, because if I want to talk here, because as I'm talking to you, I'm angry. You understand? But let me cool my temper by the grace of God. And let me use this opportunity to talk to, if you are obedient, when you pray for yourself, you pray for your family, pray for Peter Obi, and let us pray for all the good members of the Labour Party. You understand? So may God bless everybody.
Thank you, Rotimi. Thank you, Rotimi, for your submission,
yes,
and for your encouragement to all obedient Nigerians. Like the last caller called, the Kingsley that called from Turkey, saying that Nigerian people are the kind of people that if something comes to the point where they have to make a stand, you see them, fizzle away after a couple of days. Everybody go back to your own normal business and continue suffering. I believe that is not going to happen come next year. Do you think, let me just ask you this, Rotimi, before you go. Do you think that Nigerians will be able to stand up against this political class that are determined to keep them in misery, that are determined to continue holding them down, irrespective of wherever they're coming from? Hello, Rotimi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. My brother, you said, because I did not hear you clearly.
I was asking you, do you think that Nigerians are informed enough, they are angry enough to mobilize massively against the political class that are determined to keep them down come 2023, that are determined to rig the election and bring themselves back into power, irrespective of wherever they're coming from?
Yes, my brother, may God bless you. In life, just like what that guy said, when you think about positive in life, you think about the negative side. But I know by the grace of God, the positive will be our own. Definitely, Nigeria will be good. Nothing lasts forever. Nothing lasts forever. I have that hope. Nothing lasts forever. Those people that are just feeling maybe they are the upper and not better, their time will go. You understand? We are growing. The politicians you see today, they are not the first people that come to that seat. People have come. They left. You understand? So it is our turn. It is our turn by the grace of God. Like people are saying that we are doing social media something. By the grace of God, from November, they will see all of us in Nigeria. Yes, we are saving our money. Obi is not giving anybody's money. And none of us is asking Obi for money. Okay, let me tell you one thing. If Nigeria is not corrupt, or even the INEC, if they are not corrupt, let me tell you one thing. When the INEC, They saw what happened when APC were doing their primaries. Yeah? They're supposed to nullify all those things. How can somebody bring money as a black candidate? You understand? I live in Europe. I know what it takes. On the 25th, we'll be holding election in Italy. You understand? How can somebody, and you see, and you people say you are the leader, you people are the INEC, everything lies on you. If you say Jacob wins, yes. If you say Peter wins, you say yes. You say you are our leader, and you people are seeing what those people are doing. And it's just like they are overlooking all those people. I mean, for what reason? Look at what PDP did. Look at what APC did. Using money, buying candidates, and INEC people, you are looking at them. As in, how will Nigeria move? You understand me? So really, when I saw those things, I said, wow. This is not what happened also. It happened in video. We saw it. We saw it. Many of our people were there. You understand? So, by the grace of God, when Peter Obi comes, any election in Nigeria, if you want to be a candidate, be your candidate. You cannot come out, you say you are a candidate, the day of election, somebody will just come and give you 2 million. And what many of them are doing, many of them will come to use their 25 million to come and play gamble, where they know that any candidate that is going to step down for them is going to give them 50 million. They will bring them to 25 million, just like that. It's like they are using it to play gamble. Just like the people that said this a logo, but you say it's a Milocom. It's not a Milocom, it's a Milogo in Jesus' name, because it will go in the name of Jesus. Because people are calling him a Milocom. Me, I'm calling him a Milogo. And he will go. You understand? INEC saw the atrocity and everything that those people did, and they still allowed that election to take place. They said Tinubu emerge what? You understand? Nigeria, by the grace of God, come 2023, Peter Obi will be the president, and with the youth will be satisfied. In the name of the Lord Jesus.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Rotimi, for that, your submission there. Thank you very much. That's Rotimi that reached us from Italy. We still have more people who are calling. But let us quickly go to the chat, the comment section, and acknowledge some of the comments. Don't forget, we're only going to be taking comments that are relevant to the topic we are discussing, and also, you know, as part of our tradition here, to identify your presence and also acknowledge your presence here as being part of the program tonight. We have Akropolis. He said an important umpire to review and reevaluation of okay, he said an impartial, this slide is reflecting, an impartial umpire to review and revaluation of registered voters in Nigeria must be done. I don't believe that the chairman is unaware. That is what Acropolis is just telling us right here, and I agree with him. Before this election must happen, an independent body must evaluate, must scrutinize, must screen the INEC registration from A to Z. That is the position of Nigerian people. I agree with you. I agree with you. That's what we look at for. We also, Anti-Mo said, this expose is good and timely, but these shameless riggers don't give a hoot. They will still focus rigidly on rigging by forging ahead boldly, shameless and carelessly with impunity. I agree. They will do that, but it's the responsibility of Nigerian people to stand up against it. This is a mass movement. This is a movement of the people who are determined to be free from corrupt, infested political class and institutions we have in this country. So that is why we are here, and that is why it's important every obedient Nigerian must key into this platform where we tell you the undiluted truth. We are no conventional media platform. We are advocates for good governance, and that is what I stand for, and that is what BVI Channel 1 stands for, to give the people a voice and to tell them the truth. that will set them free. Okay, so in case you've not subscribed on this channel, please endeavor to click on the subscription button and on the bell for notification. Be part of what we're doing and stay connected. All right. You have so Antimol, we appreciate the input there. Pristine said Obi all the way. Chiboy Boyman, we acknowledge you coming in. Precarious Duru, it shock you how many times will I tell you that Nigeria is not for you? Continue streaming for P2OB. Very soon the result will be political obituary. That is what Precarious Duru was stating, but I can tell you, if you like, lament from now till next generation, your situation can only get worse. Take it from me, Nami Tokam. If you like, agitate from January to December, from one century to the next, without grabbing political power, without changing the status quo, your situation and that of your children and generation unborn will only get worse. Take that from me. Write it down. All right. Let us go further with some of the commentaries there. We are looking at other people who made their commentaries. We have Chris Kinkins. We have Neema Jamani. He said, excellent discussion. I like how Chinedu asked him to tell us how we can destroy and rebuild the house. Most time, these people just talk junk without any idea about how to do it. Okay, now we go ahead. Daniels, also we acknowledge you. And Irene, we acknowledge you. We go down to other people. We only take relevant commentaries. Multiple commentaries are not necessary. I am John said, let's keep the united front going with the labor movement. If we succeed, this change will happen. Let them mess things up in this 2023 and they will be surprised what the youths will do. That is coming from I am John. Thank you for your submission. Miss Oma Durunna said, okay, he didn't say anything actually. Thank you for coming in. Edmond Okafo said they are not aware what Nigerian youths have in store for them. That is coming from Edmond Okafo. Okay, we go right down to Citizen of Zion. P2OB, one family united we stand. No man born of a woman can stop the movement. We can stop the wind. No who can stop the wind from moving. All right, thank you for your submission. We go down to Asa Balu. Said the man speaking is very right. Obi is going to win, but they won't give it to him. That is why the people are saying we need to stand up. It is our responsibility to stop that. It doesn't end by just shouting and lamenting. What are you doing about it? That is the most important thing. Okay? Padova, Italia said, God passed them. Oni Osas, we are taking it by force. Of course, even the Bible said the kingdom of God suffered violence, and only violence taken it by force. By force is by standing up, go collect your PVC. Even the day of the election, whether you get PVC or you don't get PVC, everybody have a role to play. Even as INEC is registering their whatever ad hoc stars and the rest of them, go and register. If you are not registered to vote, if you don't have your PVC or if you don't register to vote, go and register to be INEC ad hoc committee. We must infiltrate every corner and make sure there is no space for these people. I'm telling you this, you have to share it and tell everyone else, because this is about the life of Nigerian people who have been subjugated by their political class. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. They are from the east, they are from the west, they are from the north, they are from the south. They are corrupt. and they have made the lives of all Nigerian people miserable. So the movement is about putting an end to their reign. All right? Let's go down to other people. Plikerus, Pristine. Okay, we've taken some of your commentaries. Let us quickly take other commentaries. Quickly, I think we have Blessing Omenka. Yes, we can. But at the end, those ancestors that are in power will send their soldiers after us. Who will be the soldiers they will send after you? The same suffering Nigerians. The same your brothers, your sisters, the ordinary people. It doesn't matter. When the forces of the people comes together, there is no army that can stop them. When the army of the people rise, there is no force that can stop them. All we ask Nigerian people is to stand up, because this is a chance of a lifetime to liberate yourselves from the hands of corrupt political class. All right, I think we're coming to the end of the show. We're coming. Okuyo Ara, good job. Hello from Sugarland, Texas, USA. Thank you, Okwi, for joining. Thank you, everyone who have made your submission. I think with this, let me quickly flash back on what we are talking about today. Then we will wrap it up from there. We're talking about the exposition of the possible manipulation of the registration of INEC portal, where you have inconsistent registration we have just exposed right now, and that is what you're about to watch, coming from CUPP. I'll be right back.
Fellow countrymen, we welcome you to this historic briefing after a while that we have been silent, rebuilding and strengthening the coalition. We have called you today because we have secured the documents to back up claims that we have uncovered a well-orchestrated grand compromise of the electoral register, falsification and upload of fake registration, move to nullify the use of the bimodal voter accreditation system BVAS machine, complete takeover of INEC and the removal of its chairman from office, and traceable offenses of rigging the 2023 general election.
Yeah, that is it. You've just seen exactly what we are talking about. We're talking about the INEC registration that was altered, the inconsistency there as brought to the public knowledge by the CUPP, that is the spokesman, or you can call him the leader of CUPP. He had been very outspoken and very active to ensure that the process is clear. Now we have Ndubisi and Enugu to give us his own word as we are concluding and wrapping up on today's program. Ndubisi, give us your submission with respect to what we have had so far today.
Yeah, thank you, Chinedu, and thank you for the good job you have been doing for our people, holding forth, giving the voiceless voice, and being the voice of our people, the ordinary people. Now, let me say that power, I want to say it again, so that so many of us, or so many people who have not understood what we are going into, should begin now to appreciate it. That power is a struggle. Power is taken. It is never given. I heard somebody saying that Obi will win the election. They will not give him the president. Bra, 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 bra. He ended up saying nothing. Because people are just good in complaining, giving excuses on why something must not be or will not happen. But if you listen to hear any solution, nothing. Perhaps the person is waiting for manna to fall from heaven, or perhaps he wants Oduduwa nation, or he wants Biafra nation. I don't understand how people reason. So the point is that I will keep on repeating myself, repeating it, even if it means hundred times. I will continue saying it that power is never given; it is taken, and the only way you can take it is through political process. This is 21st century. People agitating for freedom or nation building or anything should concentrate their efforts in taking power. It doesn't matter how long it takes. It might take 10 years. How many times did Buhari gone for the office of president? He went the first time, he failed. The second time, he failed. The third time, he said it's all over. Until the fourth time, Tinubu went to Katsina to meet him and said, we have a plan for you. Did anybody tell him, no, don't go again, send the Fulani people to kill everybody in Nigeria, or tell Boko Haram to bomb Nigeria so that Sharia government or Islamic country will come out? No, he continued trying until he has it. Buhari as a president did very well. He did very well because throughout his time in Aso Rock, he did not care a hoot whether anybody is criticizing him. Whether you are not happy with him is not Buhari's business. His business is to empower his people, to empower his friends, to empower Kabah, and to strategically position the northern Nigeria to be economically viable in case if Nigeria should sink. That is what Buhari did. So some of you people criticizing Buhari, Buhari knew what he was doing. He fought for the power and have it. Fight for your own power. If you secure power, you do whatever thing you want to do. So I will continue advising our people, don't be discouraged. I'm not saying that Peter Obi must be the president of Nigeria by 2027. What if he's not the president? What happens? There is a plan B. The struggle continues. We have good governance ministry. Good governance ministry to sensitize our people to know their political right. We have started it and we are doing it in southeastern Nigeria. And we have succeeded in putting Soludo there as the governor of Anambra State. We campaign for him even without him giving us anything. And we will continue doing it. Peter Obi is not the end to the struggle. Even if Peter Obi becomes the president, the struggle will not end. Peter Obi even said it himself. He said, if he wins the president of Nigeria by February next year, you people should not give up. The work has just started. It's just like packing a knock engine to the mechanic. If you pack it there, what are you supposed to do? Are you supposed to abandon the engine to the mechanic? No, the work has just started. The effort to take the engine to the mechanic workshop is one thing. It's just like 10 over 100. You still have 90% of the work to do. So anyway, Chinedu, the mindset is that we'll continue sensitizing our people. But meanwhile, I will advise you as ambassador of GGM, any person that comes to BVI platform to talk for a 10 seconds without coming up with a solution, please shut the phone line down and encourage other people to speak. Don't encourage people to discourage anybody, because this platform, we know how much we are spending to keep this platform going. We know how much we are spending to the people to give people voice. Most people calling here cannot go to Channel TV, they cannot go to Arise TV, they cannot go to AIT. This platform is for the ordinary people, for the voiceless. I want to give people, educate the people, and give them sound opinion on how things are done, starting from the process, political process. Everything in life has process. But I've discovered that black people don't like following process. They love miracle. That is why churches are everywhere in Nigeria. And finally, Chinedu, I want to submit finally, because I heard your view of a voice note that you published earlier today of Western countries' conspiracy against the black people.
Yeah. You want to comment on that?
In as much as I agree that there is a conspiracy against us, but I also want to say that the conspiracy of black people, the political elites against the poor masses, is most wicked in 21st century.
Exactly.
The conspiracy of the political elites. Just look at the one behind our house. Ike Ekweremadu has been in Senate for almost 20 years. Ike Ekweremadu has not been able to build public interest concern in Enugu. He has not been able to build international hospital in Enugu where common people and rich people will go. Ike Ekweremadu has not been able to build international school and make it competitive and free. That once you are smart and you are intelligent, you secure admission in the school, it will be free. Ike Ekweremadu has not been able to create an enabling environment such that youth will be employed in Enugu. He has not been able to do it, but he was busy, or he is busy, buying all the lands in Enugu, building hotels. Can you see the wickedness of a black man? Is Ike Ekweremadu a white man? Or is anybody stopping him from building a microfinance bank?
Yeah,
with capital base
Ndubisi, you are even talking about a senator whose responsibility is making law. What about the governors who have executive powers? That one.
Okay. No. Yes, I'm just using him as a reference point. Okay. A governor in Enugu State or Anambra State, Obiano, was a governor for 8 years. As soon as he handed over, he jetted out of the country. A governor spent 8 good years. Chinedu, give me only 2 years as a governor. See, I will turn around the system. I will turn around the system and not boast it. I know exactly what I can do. A governor wasted the whole 8 years. Is it UN? Is it UN that stopped Obiano from building international school in Anambra State with public money? Or is it UN that stopped him from building international
standardizing the educational system, like improving them to be like in competition with the private schools? You know, raise the bar.
Is it UN that stopped him from building a cattle ranch? A cattle ranch, our friend in Italy, Chief Uzewu, he needs less than 3 billion naira to build cattle ranch in almost all the villages in Anambra State. But Obiano is busy pocketing 1.2 billion naira every month for security votes alone. Is it UN that is he under the influence of UN? Or is it UN that is commanding him what to do and what not to do? Is it UN that stopped him from setting up a microfinance bank owned by Anambra State government with a capital base of 10 billion naira to lend to SMEs or cooperative organizations in Anambra State? that will make people to be financially independent and viable? Is it UN? Or is it Fulani that stopped you from doing it, Chinedu? I'm asking that
No,
question.
no, of
Please.
course, that's what we're saying. Listen, if you listen to that very system, that very record that I made, let me just make a quick reference to that before, since you brought it up. You will see that it goes down to the point where he was highlighting on the educational system we borrowed. The educational system we are teaching ourselves in Africa, in Nigeria, is development turned upside down. You see people doing things right upside down. But we are looking at, just like you said validly, the things that the Western conspiracy had been doing against Africa is one thing. It's bad enough. But the ones we are doing to ourselves is worst.
African political leaders are most wicked.
That position, I agree with you completely on that.
Even if you say our school system, school system, nothing stops a governor from setting up a technical school. I know one technical school set up by a church in Anambra State. Chinedu, by the end of this month, we will visit that school. That school, students there are producing a lot of things. In fact, as soon as you graduate, you'll be employed. You won't look for job for one day. That school is located in Anambra here. We will visit that school at the end of this month. So is the village sense. It's not UN or education system. The course content we have here, it has not stopped you from doing the right thing. Okay, last month, Soludo introduced history in secondary school, and he told the Commissioner of Education it's not all about returning history to the classroom, but the content of the history that will be taught to the students. He said part of the history that will be taught to students is the Biafran War. Now you don't wish away that a part of the story, even though Nigerian government didn't want the story to be told, but he said we must tell our children the story of the war. Is Soludo not the governor? So we have a lot to do.
I understand. I know the position is quite is in order. That's not a point of argument. But what you must understand is, for instance, we will take our time to have that very conversation on a live broadcast, and I believe those who are watching will be interested for us to have that conversation. If not tomorrow, we will have that conversation on matters arising. Now, talking about the political influence of the West, if you can remember what Jonathan said of what transpired before the 2015 election that got him out, the influence of America, and how they twist him to make sure Buhari comes in. This is part of the forces that decides who governs African nation. And when this guy goes in, they don't give a damn. Their all interest is to protect the interest. I understand. Listen, that's not. I'm not saying that these African leaders and the rest of them are not manipulating our stuff. But we have a responsibility to change that, and that is why we are doing what we are doing on this platform and also through GGM to raise the consciousness of African people to take responsibility, do the right thing, get these people out, cause a political revolution, take over power, bring in the kind of people that are loyal to you, that carries your aspiration at heart. These are the kind of people, like you said in Anambra State, if we had not stood up for the man Soludo, today you will not have Biafra being taught in the schools today. How would the children know exactly what happened and the cause of the problem in this country without history? How would they be able to have a kind of self-worth, self-acknowledgement of whom they are? So these are the things that we do to energize the people, to raise their consciousness, to understand their environment, their political environment, so that we can change the status quo. That is exactly what I'm talking about. And I think with that, we have exhausted our time big time. NBC. Just give us your
All
closing
right.
remark. Let's go. Give us your closing
All
remark.
right.
We just go because the time is fast spent.
All right. All right, Chidi, let me close by saying that I don't have respect for some of these politicians or so-called Jonathan. They should be ashamed of themselves. I saw Jonathan talking the other time. The other time at Iwanyamu birthday. This
Yes.
is a man that God gave opportunity. So lucky, God just he just passed ball
Elevated him.
in his net to score goal. He was carried away. If not that he allowed his wife to mess him up, if not that he allowed governance, he was just confused. He has the opportunity he has the opportunity of giving us a new constitution, but his selfish ambition beclouded his senses of reasoning, and today he's giving us excuse. Chinedu, let me close by saying that we are not children. We are not children. Youths have waken up, and I just believe that if this is good morning, let it be good morning. But I want to say that a struggle continues. 2023 will not end the struggle. Whether P2B becomes the president or not, the struggle continues. Thank you, Chinedu, and have a nice day.
Thank you.
Together with all our viewers all over the world.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Ndubisi. Thank you so much for being part of this program. We appreciate you all who have joined us from the very start of this program tonight. And in case you have not subscribed on this channel, please hit on the subscription button and also on the bell for notification. And if you have not subscribed on our alternative channel, BVI Channel 1 Plus, if you go down on our channel page, you will see the playlist BVI Channel 1 Plus. Go there, subscribe there, because we wouldn't give these people another chance to terminate our channel. It is a miracle that we are back. It is a miracle we got this channel back, because their plan was to shut down this platform completely. That is the plan. And they succeeded actually. Our channel, this channel you're seeing, was terminated. But the light of the truth, no matter where you bury it, must resurrect. And that is how this channel was able to come back miraculously. We call it miraculously because everyone that has gone through this path, that you lost your channel on YouTube, my dear, completely you lose it. Many people who have lost it, very few come back. And we are one of the very few, because we are exceptional when it comes with the truth. And that is why you need to stick on this channel. You need to subscribe, like, share, be part of what we're doing, be part of the conversation, be part of the community, because we are pulling a set of people together that will emancipate themselves and free themselves from the hands of wicked, oppressive political class. I am an advocate for good governance. Archbishop, Good Governance Ministry. I'm saying good night. Stay connected. We are coming back again tomorrow, definitely on Matters Arising, to talk on some of the things we highlighted today with respect to conspiracy of the West against Africa. You need to be there, and you need to listen to it and be part of that conversation. I'm signing out. Don't go away. Watch some of the videos we published today earlier. They are very eye-opening. All of them. Watch them, share them. Drop your comments. I am reading them. Bye-bye for now. Stay safe at all time. And I thank Ndubisi for always being there with us anytime we are doing our live program. I honestly appreciate him. And I believe he will be joining us again next time on Matters, on Political Review and other program, Matters Arising, as it will be coming your way. So, people, that is where I draw the curtain tonight. Please don't forget to subscribe. And above all, most importantly, don't forget to stay safe at all times. Until I come back again on Political Review, stay safe. Bye-bye. Nigerians who are victims of impunity in government by corrupt political class are fed up.